person.
Is I need to create the chest piece for my prop here. I need to create the chest piece, and I know a lot of people use garden hoses and all this stuff, but I'm going to try a new idea. A new idea is going to be, I'm going to take this wire, electrical wire. I have a whole bunch of this stuff, like 16, 18 gauge or whatever, wire, whatever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and put it on here and then shape the wire exactly how the chest plate is. And I have a whole bunch of this wire, and so, you know, old stuff. And so that's what I'm going to try to do that. And that's what I'm do this whole chest and the back piece in. I'm just trying different like applications of how to make stuff, and that way if it turns out good, then maybe you guys can try it. I don't know. I guess I could just take the skeleton and throw it on there, but I have to make a lot of props, so I might need the skeleton. I might need it. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of that stuff from all the haunts that I've sold. So, all right, well, I got the two bottom parts of the ribs. I got that, and that represents this part. Now I'm just going to make ribs all the way through, and all I'm doing is taking the electrical wire and coming to here and then bending it that way, making it the same exact size as this, and then putting it on there. I mean, I don't know if it's cheaper, but it's pretty easy if you got the extra stuff. That all shaped up. I just drilled through the garden hose with zip ties, drilled through the wire with zip ties, got it all shaped up, got the ribs in there. I think it looks pretty good. It's a nice, easy way to make ribs without just doing the whole thing in garden hose, because with the wire you can shape it however you want. And I will put a wire here to try to get this type of shape here, and I'll do it like right here. You know, I'll screw it here, have it stand off a little bit right here, and that way where I corpse it, it'll give it that look right there. So, I mean, I'll tape that too, and then I'm going to put an extra vertebrae, or whatever you want to call it, right here on the arms to make it look like this. Obviously, the arms are a little thicker, but I'm still going to get that. I'm going to put a little bit more beef on these arms right here, you know, just to make it look more like a skeleton. So that's where I'm at right now. Alright, I got two neck bones or whatever. I just took the wire and just to give it a little you know, that spine look, and I did this too. I mean, my problem is I didn't center my board on there, and I didn't feel like moving again, so that's why I did it on the side and like that. But I didn't feel like doing it, but see, I'm trying to get the spine look. I think it's gonna turn out okay. So, okay, I put some more electrical wire right here. This bone and this bone is going to be trying to duplicate this. I did the same thing up here, right here, but I'll wrap the whole thing where this will be separate to make it look like a hand bone. And then, okay, got the little pelvis done in the wire. I did a little bone here, and I thickened up I got that little femur, or whatever you call that bone. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to probably like shrink wrap corpse it or some shit. I don't know. I'm gonna start off with that, and if that don't look right. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking this plastic and just putting like a one strip here, melting it down, one strip here, melting it down, one strip here, melting it down, and I'm just going to keep building it up until I get a nice skin corpsing look. I don't want to try not to get too many of these sharp edges like this just right away, but I'm going to just keep building it up, start working on the arms, legs. I'm just going to, you know, it's your basic corpsing technique, but I'm just using a little roll of plastic. I put some foil right here to go over the arm, just to, because I like the wrinkly, you know, I don't know, you can just make it shape, get it away from the PVC look. And then, I mean, if you look right here, you can start seeing the texture of the saran wrap, and I'm heating it up. The thing is you just got to make sure when you're putting this is about 4 layers, four or 5 layers right here. You just got to make sure when you put your plastic on, you don't make it tight. You know, make it nice and loose like this, and then heat it up. I mean, because I think that's where a lot of people, like, they put it, they shrink wrap it real, you know, they put the shrink wrap on real tight. I like to just lay the shrink wrap on there and let it make its own little fleshy look on its own. So I'll let you know what it looks like. I'm just put this on right now, and I'm gonna heat gun it. Okay, see, this is what it looks like, you know, and don't be afraid to really get the heat gun on it and melt that shit on there real nice and tight. You know, let it start making its own little skin shapes and stuff like this, you know. And of course, you know, once you put the stain or whatever color you put on it, it's going to look way better, you know, the washes and everything. But, you know, just get in there. Don't be afraid. And let that, like I said, lay it on there loose, let it make its own shape, and just really put the heat gun to it. You know, I put about 6 loose layers of plastic on this, and then heated it with the heat gun. I just kept putting layers and layers. I think once I start painting, I know it just looks like tinfoil and plastic, but once I start painting it, you'll see like you'll see it coming out. I'm gonna build this up a little bit more here. I got lazy and just used some skeleton hands. And I put some more layers on here. I'm just gonna keep putting them on, you know, get them little burn holes. I mean, the thicker you get this with the holes and really stick the heat gun on it, it's gonna start looking more like fleshy. You know, a lot of people don't put enough plastic on there and they just do it, but I mean, I like to like really cake it on and get some layers in here so it actually looks like 4 or 5 layers of skin. You know, that's how I like to do it. I mean, everybody's got their own way. Okay, well, you know, I had to tip him back on his back so I could get the guts in there because it kept falling out. So I know you're like, what the fuck? But no, it'll turn out good. You'll see when it's done. It just kind of filled up in there. I know it looks like a big hot mess, but it'll be good at the end. I hope. Alright, well, I put like 4 or 5 layers on here. It's building up pretty good. I'm going to put some more layers on there. You can see where it's starting to look really cool, like in these areas. You know, that's what you want to do. You want to just keep putting layer of plastic on until you get the look that you want. I don't know how in depth you want me to make this video, but you can see like some nice to when you start painting, you can get like some definition in there. But I'm gonna keep putting it on, and then I'm not gonna vlog like how I do the other side. I'm just gonna do this side, but it's getting thick. You know, I'm gonna keep putting it on and melting it, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, I put another layer on, and I'm gonna show you what I do with the heat gun. I'm gonna grab the heat gun and see so I keep it right in the same spot the whole time. And the thing is like once you start getting a lot of layers in on there, that like the layers of, you get layers of flesh, and that's gonna look really cool when you're painting it. You know, and I'll sit here and burn it until it goes through like the first layer. Alright, I put some plastic over here and stretched it across, hit it with the heat gun so it looks like, you know, a little skin. I seen this on Pinterest. They got like the nails in the skull and stuff. I think it's gonna look cool. And I did some shrink wrapping. I know my last video I was pretty drunk, so I'm not sure if you can understand all the stuff I said. Alright, that's it for now. Okay, using the amber, and I'm putting it all over the whole prop. I'm gonna put it all over the whole prop, do like maybe like 3 coats, and then start putting different washes on it. I'm not gonna take me painting the whole, you know, brushing the whole thing, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Alright, that's the first coat. A lot more coats to go. That's just like a base coat. Alright. Okay, now I'm going with a little darker stain. I dry brushed it. Didn't really dry brush it on, I just brushed it on. It's going with a little darker stains, give me some dark spots. I think I mixed like 75% golden pecan and then 25% well, pretty much 1 to 4 of Provenance stain. Okay, I'm using blood to bloody it up a little bit, and then after I get them all bloodied up, then I'm going to go back over with another dark stain. Looks pretty good, nice and gross. I want to darken this up a little bit, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold the spray can way back and just kind of lightly darken it up. It gives it a more darker look on the flesh. And I'll just keep doing it all around, real light. Hold your can way back so you don't want no black spots everywhere. So, okay. I still got to rust out the nails. Put a little dark in there, like it's been, you know, festing and stuff. But I'm gonna call this done as far as like the blood and guts. After all that darkening and all that stuff, I went back over with the original stain, not the 4-to-1 stain, just to it made it look better. Looks nice and gross. I like it. I'm gonna call it done. Or want to share a Coke with your best friend whose team just lost against their arch rival? Coca-Cola has something for you. Share a Coke with
Listen.